right now is Jeremy Bash, former chief of staff at the CIA and the Pentagon, and Susan Page, of course, Washington bureau chief for USA Today, and Howard Fineman, global editorial director for the Huffington Post. I'm glad we have heavyweights here tonight because I am very nervous. I don't know why we're acting so belligerent with Iran. We've had a number of presidencies, for example, destroyed by that issue, whether it's the it's Iran-Contra or it was the hostage-taking. It always seems to be trouble for us to get too engaged with them. You're thinking, why is he pushing them on this ballistic test?
Usually actions speak louder than words, but I think in this case, their words are much bigger, much tougher, much more bellicose than their actions. Their actions
behave yourself like he's a 10-year-old? It's always they're all in their 70s.
Yeah, the actions are pretty benign. I mean, they're important, they're proportionate, they're good. They're
so the sanctions are like Obama.
Yeah, they're what the previous team would have done had they been in office. But the words, the Twitter feeds from the president and the statements by Flynn, both from the podium the other day and today, are very tough. And I think, Chris, they're preparing.
What's on notice mean?
I think they're preparing for military.
It sounded like the Guns of August. It sounded like something like Barbara Tuchman in World War I. Why do you say it's like mobilizing your troops on the border? Why are we saying you're on notice?
I think they're preparing the battlefield for military action.
Really?
Yes, I do. I think they're going to move naval forces in. I think they're going to conduct more special operations forces.
To what effect?
To the effect of trying to deter Iran, constrain their activities in the region, and basically prevent them from destabilizing Syria, Lebanon.
Let's go to the idea it might be more offensive than more aggressive. Could it be he's trying to settle them to the point or upset them to the point, humiliate them to the point where they drop the nuclear deal? They just abandoned it.
Well,
how far is he pushing?
If you look at what they've done, I don't think you'd say that because they could have made this part of the nuclear deal and they chose not to. They could have taken more radical steps than they did. And I think the question is this where they're going to talk tough but do things that do not upset kind of the regular order, or is this just step one for something like moving in for military action? Because that would be a very serious step indeed. And I actually don't think we know yet. I don't think we know whether
this is the opposite of Teddy Roosevelt and the big stick.
Well, at the moment it is.
It's the opposite. Howard, why are we doing the opposite? Why are we talking like a big shot and we're doing the usual stuff?
Well,
because it is dangerous. Words matter.
Because Donald Trump is now entering the twilight zone, a.k.a. the Middle East. And everything he says resonates with incredible force everywhere in the region. Don't forget, within the last few days, he's had long conversations with Saudi leaders, with United Arab Emirate leaders, with Persian Gulf Sunni Arabs who fear more than anything
King Abdullah.
Iran, yes, and King Abdullah of Jordan. They all the Sunnis fear Iran, fear the encroachments of Iran in the Persian Gulf. Donald Trump, to some extent, having just spoken with them, and I've covered Trump, I know that he's charged up by the last person he talks to.
That's what I'm hearing. That's good news in the case of King Abdullah.
He was just talking to the Sunnis, be tough on Iran, and also he's got Netanyahu coming here from Israel, and that's what Bibi wants to hear.
He wants to hear.
And by the way, the Iranian-American community, they don't buy that this is just Obama. They're going where we just heard he was going. They worry that Trump is preparing for military action.
Well, Donald Trump's language on Iran sounds almost like an ultimatum. It's arguably in stark contrast to his rhetoric during the campaign, when he staked out a strong position against what he called stupid wars and accused his opponent Hillary Clinton of being trigger-happy. Let's remind ourselves how Trump won. Here.
Obviously, the war in Iraq was a big, fat mistake. The war in Iraq, we spent $2 trillion, thousands of lives. We don't even have it. Iran is taking over Iraq with the second largest oil reserves in the world. They lied. They said there were weapons of mass destruction. There were none, and they knew there were none.
Unlike my opponent, my foreign policy will emphasize diplomacy, not destruction. Sometimes it seemed like there wasn't a country in the Middle East that Hillary Clinton didn't want to invade, intervene in, or topple. She's trigger-happy and very unstable.
Let's talk politics, Susan. He's talking my language there, okay, the Dove language. I think we get in too many wars over there. We've knocked off all these joke Ba'athist regimes. We're better off with jokes surrounding Israel than these new regimes, which you don't even know where they're headed toward. We were better off with a buffer state against Iran than losing Iraq as a buffer. Now Israel, if you want to be very pro-Israel, you think strategically Israel was better off when it had some other buffers, other people who would take on the task of fighting Iran, like they did in a war for 7 or 8 years. They're quite willing to fight. Now now it's just Israel and us over there against Iran. My question is, does Trump know what he's doing here when he's doing this saber rattling and offering these ultimatums?
I'm not sure that, diplomacy, as Jeremy knows better than any of the rest of us, is a game where sometimes you bite your tongue, and sometimes you don't make every point that you could make, and you don't take every piece of chum that's put out there as a piece of bait. And those are not the characteristics that we generally see with Donald Trump when it comes to either negotiating or responding to political situations. So I'm not sure if he's adjusted yet to the reality of being the commander-in-chief in terms of how much his words matter, as was the case of Australia, not a country we want to invade or have military action, a historic ally.
Let's talk about Reagan for a minute, because he's used as a model for a lot of presidents, not just on the right. During the Cold War, it was still testy at the end and very tricky. Colonel Nicholson got killed in no man's land in Berlin. It could have been a cause for a war. We had the Korean plane shot down over Soviet territory by apparently a regional commander. All these incidents, Reagan would go, yeah, it's bad, shouldn't have happened. And he moves on to the larger strategic question, how are we going to end the Cold War? Does Trump have that temperament to do that? To see the larger question all the time, what are we trying to get done? We can always find a reason to fight, but finding a way to peace is much trickier.
No, I don't think that's his view, because their organizing principle, this team, including Bannon and others, is radical Islamic jihadism. He said it in his inaugural address. This is the organizing principle, and they believe it has two pillars. One is ISIS and the Sunni extremists, and they believe it's also the Shia extremists in the form of the supreme leader in Iran. And they don't believe you can negotiate anything with those people. In fact,
what is their plan then?
Their plan, I think, is to ratchet up the pressure and threaten them with military action.
And then what? But they want military action. We've gone into Iraq. We've gone into Afghanistan. They want us in there. We get drawn in there again on their territory, and then you end up coming home wounded.
His tweet this morning said that Iran was on the brink of collapse. That's their view, that they want to collapse the regime.
I think that's what's going on. I think Mike Flynn, the new national security advisor, and Bannon and these others think that the way to defeat the Iran part of the two-headed force you're talking about is that somehow the Islamic State in Iran is going to crumble.
Wow.
That's what they think, because they're being told by Iranians in the United States, who they all hate the Islamic Republic, but they have different theories about how to fight it. But the people who...
This sounds familiar, like the Iraqi National Congress again.
Okay, but this is the Iran version.
Right.
Okay, they're telling Flynn and they're telling Bannon, if you put enough pressure on these people, on the Ayatollah, the people in Iran will rise up and overthrow them.
This is what we've been hearing from the neocons, the intellectuals
so I think that's
on the right.
the thinking that's going on.
I want to get